Alright, guys. So I have started recording, and hopefully, this will be. Alright. So, guys, did you try to deploy virtual machine? Everyone? Shravansh, Ravindra, Shravanti. Yesterday, you deployed virtual machine? Sorry, can you repeat your question? Okay. Okay. What about Shravan? Shravan, if you are talking, I cannot hear you. Shravan, if you're talking, I cannot hear you. Okay. Think. Okay, Shravan. Shravan, do one thing. Can you check it out? Can you hear me? Can you hear me, Shravan? Can you hear me, Shravan? Hey, hi, Shravan. Can you hear me? Alright, where is Shravan? Okay. All right. Okay. He's writing something. If your mic is not working, can you look over here in the three dots, the device setting, and you need to choose right mic. And when you're talking, this audio should move. Just check it out. This one. So did you deploy virtual machine yesterday? All right, guys. Uh, I think Shravan having some audio problem. Shravan, just check it out from the device setting. Device setting, choose the right mic. There will be multiple mics in your system, so you choose the right mic, and when you're talking, it should be moved. Can you see my this setting? Shravan, I required your confirmation, please. Think you on. All right. Shravan, do you want to share your screen and you want to show that what are the challenges you are getting? So if you want to share the screen, there will be next to mic, there will be up arrow. There will up arrow. You have to click on up arrow and choose the screen. Guys, can you hear me? You are on mute. Shravanti, Ravindra, Shravan, all three are, if you're talking, I cannot hear you. Okay. Can you share your screen and show me how you try to deploy a virtual machine? Yeah, you have to click on up arrow here and choose your next to the mic. There will be up arrow and choose your screen which you want to share. Will you able to share the screen? But can you share your screen? Can you go to Zoom or can you go to meetings, Microsoft Teams, and share your screen? You require to share your screen so we can see what are you doing. I have got it, but can you share your desktop screen so I can see? So you have to click here up arrow. There will be up arrow next to your mic. Did you found that option? Okay. No, but if you click on the up arrow, right now I'm sharing the screen. There will be next to the mic. There will be up arrow. Up this kind of arrow. I'll just show you this one. Yeah, right place you are right now. So if you can click here, up arrow, and you can click on desktop. So you click on the desktop or Windows. You can click on Windows. This is kind of up arrow. You have to click on it. Yep. Yes. Now we can see your screen. Can you go to portal.azure.com, please? No, I cannot see here. Can you open a new tab next to the Microsoft Teams? Shandi, are you doing that? No, no, no. It don't shows me. I think you have shared me that only Edge. So you have to go this screen. Can you go to Microsoft Teams one? Yep, yep. No, no. Go to Microsoft Teams and go on top plus sign. Can you see the plus sign? No, not cross one. Plus on top. Okay, down arrow. Then before the down arrow, there will be a desktop. Okay, okay. just a minute. Let me try it out from my side because you guys are connected from browser. Ravinder, can you share your screen? Will you able to share your screen, Ravinder? Yeah, I can see now. Okay, okay, Shuranti. Wait for. Hold on, Ravinder. I can see your screen. All right. Can you create? Did you create a virtual machine? All right. Can you show me your virtual machine, please? Yep. This is the resource group you have created, and what you have created. You can you scroll down? This is a pretty small window. You have to small your size, screen size. From the three dots, and can you see on the right hand side on the top? Three dots, three vertical dots. Yes, VNet. That is a virtual network you have created. So can you go to subnet, please? Can you go to subnet? No. Can you go to subnet? Just go subnet. Okay. So by default, it's create automatically one subnet. Since you haven't created subnet, it automatically get created. Ca- Can you click on no? Can you click on Azure, Microsoft Azure on the top? Not here. Microsoft Azure. Next to three. Hi, here. This one. No, not this one. Go to same page. Click on this one. Yes. Home. Now, can you click on virtual machine? So you have created two virtual machine. Okay, V1 is your virtual machine. Can you click on that virtual machine, please? So this virtual machine you have deployed one CPU, 1 GB RAM. So what challenge, what problem or what issue you're getting? What problem you're getting? Yes. Uh-huh. Desktop. Okay, it work. Okay. So you said that size you are not able to create it. What? Okay. So can you go to disk on left hand side? Can you see the disk? Yes. So this is you have a disk. This is your operating system disk. All right. And if you want to create new disk, you need to create data disk. Good. You have to go on data disk section and create a new disk. Yeah. Click on that. Yes. Provide a name for your disk. Can you see the disk name? Yeah, next to that, there's a disk name. You just provide a name here. Let's say that VM1 disk, yeah, VM1 hyphen disk. All right. Now on the top, yeah, this is you can choose standard disk, a standard HDD. Yes, it's okay. We will see that what's the difference. So choose any. That's okay. Click outside. If you want to increase the size, you can increase the size, or otherwise you just click outside. Click outside and top you can see the save button. On the top of the page next to the OS disk, can you see the save? Yeah, this is what how do you create a disk and attach it automatically. All right, it will be created and it will be attached a disk to your virtual machine. Now after that, when you log into virtual machine, you require to create partition. Okay. All right. Hey Ravindra, so do you have any questions or did you try it, Ravindra? So you created free trial account or you want to create it? Okay, you want to create it. Okay. Sorry. So Ravindra, did you created a Azure account or it's a pending? Okay. So did you got a credit card from your friend or you have a credit card? Okay, okay. We can create today. All right. Shravan, can you hear me? Hey Shravan, can you hear me? Okay, you can hear. Okay. All right. We can chat or all right. So I'll be sharing my screen, guys. Okay, just create a resource group. Okay, perfect. No issue. So, do you have any questions on creating virtual machine? Sharon, do you have any question on creating virtual machine? You can create any naming convention. That's not a problem. If you want to share your screen, we can do it right now. If you want to share your screen, we can do it right now, or might be we can do it later. Whatever you prefer. Okay, I can see your screen. Okay, I can see your screen. Perfect. Oh, is it? Let me just a minute, guys. Let me check it out with my friends. They are downloading something or not. Just give me 1 second. Sharon, if you are doing something we cannot see, we just see your Teams page. We don't see your complete screen. You have to stop sharing. No, stop sharing. When you're sharing, share the entire desktop. Now I can see that, Sharon. All right. So you have created a resource group. Now create a virtual network. All right. Subscription, choosing a resource group. Now you have to provide a name where you want to deploy. you want to deploy in the US East 2, so you can simply choose. Yep, you can choose. You can simply say that US E, any name. Just you type VNet 1. That's also fine. But you can see the US E EU, so or ES, that will be defined that. No, no, no. Take any name. Yeah, US VNet 1. All right. Come down. No, no. Come down. Yeah. Next is IP segmentation. You have to provide IP. So what range of IP you want to provide? If this is fine, you can go with the subnet down. So here you need to give a subnet name. No, no, name of a subnet. You can provide a web subnet, application subnet, database, data server. No, you cannot keep a space. You have to provide hyphen in between. Put hyphen or single line. Yes. Now you have to give a address range 10.0.0. Perfect. So what is the problem here? It says that 24 cannot be selected. It's already overlapping some network. Where it is overlapping? It should not be overlap. You don't have any subnet. Can you choose another IP range? Just remove all. It will give you suggestion that which IP range will be right for you. Yes. Come down. Click OK. Click add down. No, leave it. Those part will cover that part later. Add. Now go to security. Okay, you already have some subnet. Or go to security. Leave it that part. Go for the tag next and review. Alright, it's creating VNet. You can hold for the second. Wait a minute. It's VNet is getting created. Okay, it's in a deployment process. It won't take much time. It will hardly take 2 minutes to get deployed. VNet won't take time to get deployed. Yep, it's ready. Go to virtual machine. Click on create virtual machine. Alright, here you need to choose your subscription and resource group. Scroll down a little bit. Scroll will be there. Do you have mouse scroll? Okay. Now you need to provide a virtual machine name here. Yes. Operating system. If you want to have a Windows, you can choose a Windows. If you want to go for Linux, you can have a Linux. Right. Now this is the size you are choosing right now in next slide. Right. So you can choose a different size. Can you drop down that sizing one? Right. So it is a different sizing available. You can choose any based on your requirement, or you can continue with existing one. That's also fine. So if you want to continue with the existing one, you can click on cross on top. So you can see that there's a various size will be there, which is pretty cheaper. Yep. Click on that and select. Yes. Now you need to provide a username password, which will be you using to log in the virtual machine. No, this password won't accept because you are not meet with the condition that it should be one lowercase, one uppercase, and one special character, and the size should be 12. I can suggest you one password that is generally I use. I'm suggesting in a chat box. Put anything start with capital and one add special character and 129 something. No, no. It's still not matching the password. Ravinder, you have taken access. Don't take access for Shravan. Don't move your mouse, or just you can click on release access on top. No, add 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in last. It is not a 12 character. Yes, now it's working. Perfect. Now come to next part, disk. Choose a standard disk if you want to save your cost and your subscription. Go for the standard HDD. No, standard HDD. Last one. Last one. So that will save your cost. Alright. If you want to add a new additional disk, you can add it here itself, or you can add later on when you're creating virtual machine. Yep. Go for net next. So this is your VNet and subnet, which is just now you created. Go for the next. Go for the next advanced and tags. Leave everything. We'll see later on those parts. Just create a virtual machine, get the confidence how to deploy a virtual machine. Then we'll go for all options, but just get confidence how we deploy the virtual machine and connect it. Hold on for a second. It's validating your subscription. It will take hardly 30 seconds. Now create. All right. So it will take 4 minutes to get deployed. Any questions on deployment of virtual machine, Shravan and Shravanti? Ravinder, do you have any questions? So there's the multiple ways. If you don't create VNet, it will automatically create a VNet, but that is on a right way because you should create a VNet before creating virtual machine. Yes. So let's wait for a couple of minutes, then we'll have. Okay, then we'll connect to this virtual machine and we'll see that how we show and connect to virtual machine. Can you click on home button, please? I just want to show one thing. Let meanwhile virtual machine is get created. I want to show one thing. Can you click on subscription down? Subscription. All right. So this, click on subscription, please. All right, don't do anything. So this is your free trial subscription that gives you 14,000 rupees. And make sure that whenever you're using subscription, you should not remove this bar. Can you see that your free credit will be expired in 22 days to upgrade? Click here. So don't remove this bar. Don't click on this bar, because otherwise it will start charging you. So don't remove this limitations. Okay, guys. All right. Shravan, can you click on home and go to virtual machine? Check this deployment in progress. Yes. Click on deployment progress. Yeah, click on that line. So let's wait for a couple of more minutes. It will be ready. All right. I think virtual machine is ready. Now copy the public IP. Go to start menu and remote desktop. I think, Sharon, we cannot see your apart from your browser. Can you minimize the browser? So okay, we cannot see your desktop. So you need to share the desktop for showing the RDP. Hey Sharon, are you there? Alright, that's okay. I'll just copy the public IP and I'll show you how to connect that. So we will not waste our time on. So this is Shravan's social machine. Let me share my screen. Okay, so what I'm doing right now, can you see my screen, guys? So I'll just go on start, remote desktop, and I'll copy your public IP which you have. I think, what is your public IP? This is your public IP, Shravan. This is a public IP. Okay, you shared in the chat, I think. Yes. So this is a public IP. I'll be click on connect. All right. And after that, I need to provide username and password here. So I cannot give a control to Sharon. Can you put username and password here, Sharon? Yeah. On the screen itself. Can you put a username and password here? Because it's your username and password. I don't know. I think you have. Okay. This is a username and a password. Kumar and password. Can you type a password here, please? Okay, perfect. So we'll have a password here, and I'll connect. No, something is wrong. Okay, let me go with your password. No, it's not working. Username and password. Something is missing. So you have put wrong username and password. So how to receive? How to set that virtual machine username and password? How to fix that problem? So you have to go on your portal, Shravan. You have to go on a portal. Click on virtual machine. Click on virtual machine. All right. I think this is my. Let me check. Okay, that's okay. So let me go to virtual machine, and if you see that in a down size disk and scroll down a little bit down, you will see that reset password. So you can provide a username password over here, but that virtual machine should be running. Right now, this virtual machine is not running, so I cannot provide a username password. Right, guys? In case you forgot the username password, or you want to see the username password, so what you will do that? Let me start the virtual machine. Any virtual machine, I can start it. All right. After starting virtual machine, it's your virtual machine running. You can go on down, look for password reset, and the last password reset. So there, where we can see the disk and the size. If you just scroll down a little bit more, and in last you'll see the password reset. And here you can get the username password. If I don't know the username also, that's also fine. I can add a new user here also, right? But that will take a little bit time if you have for resetting your password. So once I click on update, it will reset the password of my virtual machine, or it might be add a user 1, user 2, user 3, what do you feel that? Okay. All right, guys, let's move on to next topic on presentation. And guys, please do the practice because I know that is something new for you. And ask me the questions which you are if you are struggling. And practice is important for you guys because this is completely new. If you don't do the practice, you won't get it. All right. So let me go to presentation. So what we have seen yesterday, we have seen that a virtual machine, a virtual machine having operating system disk, temporary disk, and data disk. The operating system disk and the data disk are stored outside of the node or bare metal physical computer, or it's stored outside the physical computer, and the temporary disk is stored within the physical computer. So if we reboot the virtual machine, the temporary disk data will be get deleted, but this OS data and data disk will be always there. All right. Any questions here so far, guys? Any questions? So what I'm saying that if you when we have a physical server, right here, uh, this is a virtual machine. What happened that Ravinder, you haven't attended that previous lecture. So what happened that this technology which we are using in cloud is called virtualization technology. There's a physical server, just like my laptop. All right. Let's say that this is my laptop. Laptop having a physical CPU, RAM. All right, and also it have the network card, and it also have the what we say that disk, right? But what happen if I install some service, let's say website service, website in in production in the data center in IT industry, we don't install another service within a same laptop we don't do that because if let's say that I install database and website both in this laptop, if this laptop goes down, there will be two resources will be lost. First thing. Second thing is that if this website get hacked, it might be hacked the data of database. So that's why we generally don't install two services within a same server. Right. So what is happening here right now? If I don't install, if I'm running only one service, so my CPU, RAM, disk are underutilized. They not fully utilized. They are they are 100% capacity. So I'm right now using only 20% capacity for 20% capacity for my website. Rest of the 80% are unutilized. So what is that? There's another technology came in the market called virtualization. What's the technology name? Virtualization. All right. And virtualization use the call technology name is called hypervisor. And the products are for hypervisors. The product and software for hypervisor is Hyper-V, VMware, VirtualBox. Those are different companies have product for made a product for the virtualization. Zen, KVM. So those are the various products. So what we are using generally in the market, we use VMware or sometimes we use Hyper-V. So based on this software, we are having our CPU, RAM plus network plus disk, all right. And on the top of that, I'll be installing one software called, let's say that Hyper-V. All right, this is hypervisor software I installed. So because of hypervisor software, I can deploy virtual machine. Not this is my physical machine. I can deploy virtual machine within my same hardware. All right. So this will be called virtual CPU. This will be called virtual RAM. This will be called virtual disk, virtual network card. Same way for all virtual machine. And here I can also have another operating system, right? So where this operating where this virtualization software coming from? Virtualization, it's coming from the physical only. But what is happening that I am using 20% for this CPU, 20% for this, 20% for this, and so on. So this is how I utilize full compute power on my physical box. This is a physical box. This one is a physical box, and this all are the virtual box. Make sense, Ravindra? Are you with me, Ravindra? All right. So let's assume that if I have this box ready with me, and this box goes down, the entire box goes down. What will happen? I'll be losing four virtual machine. Why I'm losing four virtual machine? Because this box is down. So the whatever data I have keep it in a virtual disk that's stored here. So I have to remove the disk, hard disk, and attach to another virtual machine, another physical machine, and run the virtual machine again. So that will be a lot of problem. So company have decided, what company is doing right now, they are having the one storage service, right, Shravanti? This is a called storage service, sandbox storage service. So rather than storing their data here, they don't store the data here, they store the data here. So all operating system will be here, database will be here, right? So in case this box goes down, so I have another box, all right, that having the same software Hyper-V already installed. I'll just deploy virtual machine, and while deploying virtual machine, I'll say that connect to this OS disk and data disk. So automatically my data will be available. Make sense, Ravindra? All right. That is how industry works. The same way in Azure, we have physical machine. This is a physical machine, and in this physical machine, I am running a virtual machine, or the physical machine which I call node. This is I call node physical machine, and in the physical machine I'm running a one virtual machine that is called VM. All right, but the virtual machine data, operating system data, database file, any configuration, or any data disk, I'm not storing on physical machine. I'm storing out of the different service that is called Azure Storage Service, right? But since this is a physical machine that already have some storage, which is underutilized, So what I'm doing, I am saying that use this as a temporary disk. So if I delete the virtual machine, the data won't be able to get it copy, but this data will be available. Are you getting now? All right. So we don't create temporary disk; it will automatically get created. This temporary disk is automatically get created. But we create OS disk, we create a data disk. OS disk created along with image. When we deploy the virtual machine, it will automatically get created along with image. But data disk we require to create manually. Make sense, guys? Okay. All right. So there's a two types of disk available. We'll go in detail later on. We call it managed disk. Another is unmanaged disk. So what's the difference between managed and unmanaged disk? The managed disk we see as a disk service. The managed disk is looks like a disk service. So those are my managed disk. The unmanaged disk, I need to create a storage account. In the storage account, I need to keep my unmanaged disk somewhere in the container. All right, I will create a container, and in the container I'll keep a .vsd format disk that is called unmanaged disk. Make sense, guys? We'll see in details what is unmanaged and managed disk later on. But for now, just remember that there is two types of deployment of a disk. One is a managed disk, another is unmanaged disk. All right. Unmanaged disk required storage account and VHD format. The managed disks are maintained by Azure, and this is what Microsoft recommended to have it. All right. So when you're keeping unmanaged disk, you require to keep your unmanaged disk in .vsd format. We'll see later on all those part. And for having the performance base, we can use a premium storage and standard storage to keep our unmanaged disk. So let me go quickly over there. So we have two types of disk. One is, let me go on this way. Alright, we have two types of disk. One is a premium disk, another is standard disk. Both can be managed, both can be unmanaged. Make sense, guys? Alright. So this is how we deploy. That's up to that how we deploy. Either we want to go for managed disk or we want to go unmanaged disk. But in terms of performance, we have premium and standard. And what's the difference between premium and standard? Let me go here. In terms of performance, the standard HDD, it is support up to the 500 IOPS. IOPS is nothing but read write per second. Alright, input output per second. IOPS means how fast you can read, how fast you can write on a hard disk. That is called IOPS. Make sense, guys? So standard disk support up to the 500 IOPS. The premium disk of support up to the 6000 IOPS. Alright, and where is the premium disk? The premium disk support up to 20,000 IOPS. Where is the standard have a two types, standard HDD and standard HDD. So what is HDD? HDD. So this is the type of disk available in the market. Looks like this. This is my where's that image? Alright. So HDD is something like which spin, and HDD is like a pen drive that works very fast. This disk is very fast and this disk is pretty slow. So that's why if you go for the standard HDD give us the 500 IOPS. But whereas if you go for the standard SDD or premium SSD, that will give you the 6000 IOPS. Sometimes it will give you the 20,000 IOPS. Make sense, guys? All right. Now, what's the difference between these two? Then everyone will go to premium SSD because it's a fast disk, but the pricing difference is huge. I'll just show you that pricing difference. There's Azure pricing calculator. If you go for the disk, manage disk, if you go for the standard disk, let's say that I'm using one disk called 32 GB. Alright, this is a 32 GB standard disk. It is costing me $1.15 per month, approximately $1.5 per month. But if I change this to standard SDD, still standard but SDD, and I'll choose that 32 GB. So that is costing me more. And if I go for the premium sizing, it is costing me $5. So you can see that it's huge difference between $1.5 to $5. It is too expensive comparatively. If I just go on INR, Indian rupees, you will see that difference. All right. If I just have the standard disk of 32 GB, that cost me 110 rupees per month. All right. If I go to a premium disk, that's a 32 GB same size, but it's costing me 380 rupees, three times more than three times. So that's what if I go for a higher size, let's say that I go for the 1 TB, it is costing me 2,950 rupees, approximately 3,000 rupees standard disk. But the same disk, I go for the premium 1 TB, that costs me 9,000, 10,000 rupees. 3,000 to 10,000, that will be a huge difference of amount, right? So people, that's why I prefer to have it standard HDD, standard HDD, so save the cost. Yeah, to save the cost. If you go for the standard SSD, you save the cost. If you go for the premium, you pay three times more of amount. Make sense, guys? Why to choose what size? So if your applications is important, you can okay with a spending a more amount, spending a more money, but you want a fast performance. You can go for the standard premium. Sorry, premium SSD. All right, guys. All right. All those disks keep three copies in backend automatically. Why they keep three copies? In case any hard disk goes down, so they will have a two backups. Not a backup. This is called synchronized replications. So it is also already included in already included in the pricing. But by default, it's keep three copies. All right, and this is no, we cannot access, we cannot see. That is in a backend. Only three. Only three copies will they keep it, and that is in a backend. We cannot see. If I say that, okay, let me go on the portal, Azure portal. I'll say the disk here. If I just say this disk, this is one of my disk. In a backend, it will be three copies will be there, and I'm accessing right now from one copy. But in case this first copy get corrupt, the replicated copy will be available for me, so I'll not lose my data. Make sense, guys? This is a chart. What are the premium size will be available in the market? P4, P6, P10. There's a various size will be available in the market, right? So let's say that if I want to have a 40 GB disk. If I want to have a 40 GB disk, what will be cost of that 40 GB disk? Will it be cost of P4 or P6? What do you think? I wanted to have a 40 GB. Yes, exactly. It will cost you P6. Even I just changed my disk size from 32 to 33 GB. Just 1 GB I have added 33. It will cost me the P6 size. So you need to be careful what pricing slab you're going. So where you can see those pricing slab, if I resize a disk, I just go on the resize the disk. This is my disk, okay? All this you can see here. If I click on disk, right now it's 32 GB. if I go for size, resize a disk, alright, I can see that disk size will be here. And I can put it customized size. If I go for the 34 GB, click here, it will automatically get selected the S6, right? It will cost me. If I go for the 31, it is selecting the 32. So make sense, guys? Alright. Even I just wanted to go 1 GB higher from the P4, it will start costing me P6 cost, right? Shravan, are you getting? Okay, perfect. All right. So next things which you need to choose that this size while creating virtual machine, whether you want to do have the number of data disk or single disk. All right. And after that you will choose operating system. Also you need to consider operating whether you want to go for Linux operating system or Windows operating system. Who will decide that? Your application team will be decide that they wanted to go for the Windows operating system or Linux operating system. It's up to them. We are just going to deploy a virtual machine on operating system, right? So there will be various operating system, Windows operating system will be available, and since there will be Linux operating systems also available of different brands or different flavors. All right. So let's create a virtual machine from scratch again. We'll see details. I'll not deploy a virtual machine because it takes time. I'll just show you that what option we are generally choose to create a virtual machine. We are pretty good now creating a virtual machine. Create a virtual machine from here. Choose the resource group. Resource group is mandatory to choose because it shows that this virtual machine belongs to which department, which group it belongs. I'll just say that I'll go for the WSO test. Then give the name WSO web VM01, whatever name I will prefer. I can give a naming convention. Then I'll choose the region, all right, where I want to deploy. Then I'll go for the image, whether I want to go for Linux machine. If I go to Linux, I'll just choose a Linux CentOS or Red Hat, Debian. Those are the Linux one. Those are the Linux one. Or if I want to go for Windows operating system, I can go for the Windows operating system. Then I'll choose the size, right size based on my application requirement. Then after that, I'll provide a username and password so I can log in first time. All right. We'll see this on inbound. What is inbound later on, but I just leave it as of now. Then I'll decide that the OS disk which I'm deploying right now along with virtual machine. So that should be a premium disk or standard disk. I'll decide that one. Yeah. Standard, if I choose a standard, it will save me my cost, but it won't give me the performance. But sometimes in production, client says that I want a high IOPS disk, I want to write fast, I cannot go for the standard disk. It's okay if I pay more, so I can go for the premium disk. Okay. Then if you required, apart from the OS disk, operating system disk, if you required additional data disk, D drive, E drive, F drive, then you will go for the data disk. You can create a data disk right now while deploying virtual machine, or you can add a data disk after the virtual machine deployment. Both can possible. All right. And then we will decide which virtual network you want to keep it your virtual machine. There could be possible you can have multiple virtual network. Can you see that this is WSO test and WSO test VNet? I have a two virtual network. If I just click this one, I can see the multiple subnets also might be possible. Right now I have only one subnet, so I don't see that one. Then if you are accessing from the your laptop remote internet, then you will require public IP. But sometimes some scenario, or actually most of the scenario, company don't apply the public IP to virtual machine. They connect from the private IP. They connect from the private IP. How they connect, we'll see later on that one. So but as of now, we don't have deployed that infrastructure for connecting on private IP. We are selecting public IP. All right. So there is a security group kind of. This is kind of firewall. We'll not touching right now. We'll touch when we talking about the networking topic. After that, this is a couple of things you need to understand. Let's say that if you want to collect the logs, boot diagnostic, whenever system get boot start, that kind of a logs you want to collect it, you can collect on the Azure storage account, or you can provide a storage account. So you can choose any option. As of now, we'll see when we understanding the logs collection, everything. And if you want to shut down your virtual machine automatically, you can click on automatic shutdown virtual machine, right? If you want to enable the backup, you will enable the backup here. If you want to have a DR site recovery, you can enable the site recovery. Those things we'll see later on. As of now, just leave it. Then after that, this is a tags. Tags is nothing but like who owns this virtual machine. I just want to see that Samit owns this virtual machine. Alright, which project? Project is WSO project. What is the environment of my project? It is development. All this I am just selecting and go for the creation of virtual machine. Right now it's got failed because I have not given a username and password. That's why it's got failed. Right? Once virtual machine get deployed, you can connect your virtual machine from the public IP. If you have a public IP, you'll just copy the public IP and connect your virtual machine. Make sense, guys? Are you good? Are you good with that, guys? Any questions so far? Yes, please. Uh-huh. Yep, you can try it out. You take a remote desktop, go for your start menu, go for look for this service, remote desktop service on your laptop, and copy this public IP. Can you? I'll just give in a chat box this public IP. The public IP which I have just now gave you. The Then you will get a prompt of username and password, and the username password is, I think this one is a username password. Let me see that what is the username password. Let me try it out. Can you see my public IP? Can you got a prompt of username password? Okay. The username is Samit. This is the username, and password is this one. All right. I also connecting that machine right now before you connect, so I can show you that it automatically get disconnected after creating a password. So this is virtual machine, same virtual machine I have connected with Samit username and password. Now, Ravinder, you can try it out, and this should get disconnected automatically. This is my account already connected. If you connect after providing username and password, it should get disconnected automatically. No, no, you connect it. Please connect. My portal, my this one get disconnected automatically. Are you getting username and password? Ravinder, can you log into my virtual machine, please? Look for the service called remote desktop. Remote desktop connection and put this public IP, which I shared in a chat box, and click on connect. Are you getting username and password prompt, Ravindra? Password should be correct, which I shared you. You might be just copy and paste. Copy and paste on Notepad first, then copy from there. Copy paste on Notepad, and from there it's copy. If you just copy like this, copy, and if you just paste like this, it will show you this kind of password, which we don't require. We require to remove this one, this much. Or Sharon, you can try it out. Sharon, you also can try it out, guys. You can also try it out. Who will get the username password? I'll just so that's a public IP and username password. Yep. My connection was disconnected. No, it is not. You have to click yes. Now you can see that it got disconnected because Ravindra have taken my session. So you can connect from remotely anywhere, but sometimes company need to connect from the private IP. Where is the what is the private IP? This private IP. So we generally connect from the private IP. I'll show you that how we do that private IP connection. Make sense, guys? All right. So let's go to next. How we deploy virtual machine? We just now connected virtual machine. How we deployed? We have given the basic requirement. We have this requirement, networking requirement. Then after that, we deploy our virtual machine, and how we connect? We connect from the remote desktop service. And that if it's a Windows machine, it's connect on port 3389. We'll talk about in soon what is port. We'll talk in soon that what is port and what is a port means. Right? If you are connecting Linux virtual machine, you can simply connect over SSH connections, right? And we have seen the availability set. Any questions so far here, guys? Any questions? All right. So let's go to next topic, availability set. This is availability set, availability high virtual machine high availability. This is will go on this topic, how we can deploy a virtual machine in high available. So if you remember last time I explained you that you can have distribute the virtual machine based on performance. Guys, you remember that? Yes. Update domain, fault domain. So that how we create that virtual machine while deploying virtual machine, how we make it fault domain, update domain. What I'll do that I'll look for the availability set service here. and I'll create one availability set service. Alright, I'll create one availability set service. Let's say that I'll say that AV set for the website, and I'll just keep it for domain 3 and update domain whatever I feel that number of virtual machine I'm going to deploy, and I'll go next and just deploy availability set. It won't take time. It will hardly deploy in 1 minute because there is no physical resources, it's just logic we are creating. Right? It's now available, ready. Now I'm deploying. When I'm deploying virtual machine, I'll choosing a resource group, right resource group, giving virtual machine name, website 1 virtual machine, VM1. Here you can see that availability option. Now I'm choosing a availability option called availability set. So I'll be getting a new box here called which availability set you want to provide. So I already have just now created. I'll choose that availability set. So after deployment of virtual machine, this virtual machine will be part of that availability set. And next virtual machine when I'm deploying for the website, I'll be going for the virtual machine 2 same way and choosing the availability set. So this is how we deploy availability set of virtual machine. Right, guys? We can deploy n number of virtual machine in availability set. So what will the availability set will do for me? It will distribute the virtual machine among the bare metal. So let's say that this is my physical box in data center, right? This is my physical box in data center, and I want to deploy for website. I want to deploy 3 machines. These 3 machines I want to deploy for the website. Let's assume that all 3 will get deployed in same box, and due to some XYZ reason this box goes down. Will it be my downtime for all 3 machines? Yes. So I want to avoid that. So what I'll do that I'll prefer one deploy one here, another here, and another will be here. How do we do that? We will use a availability set option. So this availability set will help me to distribute my workload among the physical bare metals. Make sense, guys? All right. So that is availability fault domain. And for the patching, we don't want to do the patching at a time all the virtual machine. So we'll say that Microsoft, you can take a patch of at a time this and leave this to one, and then you're taking a patch of this machine, leave this to virtual machine. Don't do the patching. So this is how we achieve the update domain, right? We have understand the update domain and fault domain in our few lectures back, right? Okay, all right. So let's today's assignment, guys. I have to jump in the call in next 5 minutes. That's why I asked you to connect early. Uh, I can cover a lot of topics, guys. See, I can go fast. I can cover the topics. I can take more times if I don't have any call. So I can take up to the 5 p.m., 6 p.m. But I don't want to do that. The reason, you should do the practice. If you don't do the practice, new topic I'll cover it, you will confuse and you'll forget the topics. I don't want to cover multiple topics in the same day. Right? Will it okay for you? Or you want to go fast phase? What do you prefer? What do you prefer, Shravan and uh, uh, Ravindra? No, you suggest me that. I am okay with both the options. If you want to go fast, I can go fast. I can take longer lectures. That's not a problem. Yeah. So at least for initial stage, when you get hands-on on Azure, go slow. When we are good with Azure, we understanding the concept, then we can go fast. So your assignment is create a Linux virtual machine. All right. Then you have to create Windows virtual machine. Any Linux, any Windows. So how do you connect Windows virtual machine? You connect with remote desktop connection tool, right? For the Linux, you use Putty. If you go on Google and search, download the Putty tool. The tool name is Putty, and you have to download Putty from here. You can download this one by alternative binary one. Download this tool will looks like. Let me open it quickly. And here you need to provide public IP. Here you need to provide public IP and click on open. Then it will ask username password. Here you have to provide public IP. Let's say this is my public IP. I have to provide it and I'll have to click open. That is only work with Linux. Windows will not work here. Okay? Or if you don't get it, please ask me how to connect that. You Third is that after deploying a Windows machine VM, you need to add a disk, additional data disk. All right. After adding additional data disk, go to operating system, format the operating system, format the disk, and mount and see the data. Right. And fourth option is that deploy Windows virtual machine as a 2-core size, then change the size to 4-core. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So this is a task you have for now. Okay. Do the practice. I'm sending this this assignment in the groups, our WhatsApp group. And for the Ravindra, for your creating account, I'll ping you personally after my meeting. 4 to 4:30 I have a call. After that I'll ping you and we'll connect personally and I'll create your account. Okay. Chalo. See you tomorrow. Okay. Tomorrow we are not meeting. Can we meet on Sunday? Rather than Friday, can we meet on Sunday, please? No, we can discuss on the WhatsApp group. If it's fine with everyone, then we can meet on Sunday. Okay? Because tomorrow I'm traveling. I have to travel for my company work, so I'm not available on Friday, Saturday. So we can connect for rather than connecting Friday, I can compensate your Friday timing to Saturday. Oh, sorry, Saturday and Sunday. I can connect on Sunday. Okay, guys. So we are connecting on Sunday. Till the time. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry. Timing, whatever you prefer. The same timing, early 12 o'clock. That's not a problem for me. All right, we can discuss in the group. What time? All right. So I'll be sending this assignment recording also, and